Well, hello there, Aquarius. How are you? It is so good to see you. Thank you so much for sharing your time and energy with me. And happy birthday. This is your solar year reading. It's also your 2025 reading. They kind of go together. And I mentioned earlier on your last reading that I did for you on YouTube that I was kind of like delaying this a little bit until Aquarius season started, because I feel like Capricorn has been kind of like hijacking your energy. So Aquarius season is here. It is your season. It is your time of the year to shine. You are in the spotlight, and we are so excited for you and allowing us to share your beautiful energy of hope, individualism, humanitarianism, and also innovation. So let's jump into it. We're going to take a look at what is going to unfold in the year ahead. We'll start with the oracle cards to get overall energy for the year ahead, and then we'll take a look at each of the 4 quarters to see how the energy plays out. All right, let's jump into it. Let's see what is on the horizon for you. Grounding. Go deep and explore your roots. Okay, this card has been coming out a lot, and I think one of the things that we have to keep in mind now that we are finally in Aquarius season, and I am a Gemini sun, I am so excited. It's finally your season, because that Capricorn energy is split, especially since Pluto was in Capricorn since 2008, now has moved into your sign back in November. But once again, then we had to go through Capricorn season. So it's almost like Capricorn hijacked your moment in the spotlight when Pluto finally moved into your sign. Now we have both the sun and Pluto in your sign. So it is time for things to speed up. It's kind of like, I almost feel like I'm talking at a really fast pace, but that is why we have to stay grounded, right? When things start moving at a faster speed, new opportunities, new relationships, new situations are quickly coming onto our path. We may have to make quick decisions, but when we are well grounded, those decisions are coming from a place that is in alignment for our highest good, for what we are trying to manifest for ourselves. And I think that this is just a reminder of spending time in nature. If it's possible, barefoot or touching the ground, gardening without gloves on. That's kind of hard where I live right now. But spending time near water, allowing yourself, even if you buy grocery store flowers, right, to allow yourself to arrange them really pretty in a vase and put them somewhere where you can enjoy them. They kind of like brighten up the room for you, especially if it's kind of dreary days of the winter. So I love this energy. Just a reminder to use those good grounding practices, eating root vegetables, wearing red, taking really good care of yourself. Your own physical needs is important at this time. Yeah, because Rhino Spirit, overcoming obstacles. In fact, I think that this is kind of like you're almost having the energy of being a bulldozer. That's what I got here. It's kind of like you're just plowing through any of the obstacles that may still be on your path, because there's new things, new opportunities that are coming available. So you're allowing yourself to kind of like clear out. It's almost like bulldoze any negative energy, any negative thoughts, so that you can go towards what it is that you are wanting. But with this grounding energy, it's a reminder not to do anything too quickly, right? It's kind of like sometimes we can get really excited, right? When we have new opportunities or new people coming onto our path, especially after that long Capricorn energy, just feeling like things were never going to change. Suddenly you have new opportunities, and then it's kind of like, oh, I just want all of it, right? You want to be more discerning. This is a little bit of an energy of allowing yourself to take just a moment and be a little bit more discerning about those things that you do want to put your time and energy in. Oh my gosh. And then we have grounding again. Yeah, center and ground yourself. And no, not allowing your emotions to kind of override or take place. And emotions does not have to be difficult emotions, right? The emotions of being so excited about something, right? Wanting something so badly. But sometimes if we allow ourselves to just kind of sit back and relax and think about it for a minute, right? We understand that it's not really the best choice for us. Wow, powerful energy. Okay, so let's go. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe this. Look at what dropped out. Fate. This is a year you're destined. You're destined to have people and situations, opportunities to come onto your path. You know, it's so funny because we had Pisces move, the North Node move into Pisces on the 11th of this month. And I put up a special reading about that, and I'll have that linked at the end of this video. So that is the energy of destiny, magical things happening. And I feel like this is a magical year for you, allowing yourself to understand that that difficult Capricorn energy truly is over. Yeah, you're stepping into an energy. I feel like you may, there's a sense here of a relationship. Okay, so let's see, let's get this, a relationship playing out this year, okay? And it doesn't mean that, I mean, the relationship could be romantic, but it could also be a business relationship. But there's a significant relationship that you're going to have this year. Yeah, you're definitely, look at this. Wow, Queen of Wands and 10 of Pentacles. This is a beautiful energy of being really re-inspired. You have the first card out is regeneration. This is the Phoenix Rising card, right? And I feel like now that Capricorn is finally out of the way, and it's going to, you know, I think it really has played a little bit of, a little bit with our minds. It's allowing ourselves to say, okay, I am ready to move on. I see that the energies have changed, and I'm allowing myself to embrace the future with more enthusiasm. And things that have happened in the past happened in order to put you on destiny's path. The situations, the relationships that you really have been yearning for, but you found one obstacle after another. It's the energy of allowing yourself to say, yes, that was, it's almost like rejection was God's protection, right? Those things that were difficult, maybe people or situations that left your life suddenly. You're understanding that those had to be cleared out in order for you to have this rebirth of your own energy. The Queen of Wands, I love, okay? She's full of confidence, full of creativity, very business savvy, walks into a room and everybody wants to be with her. Very much your energy, even though you're an air sign, you're very similar to the Queen of Wands, right? And then you have the 10 of Pentacles, being very creative and inspired, starting now, okay, because that Aquarius energy is all about inspiration, to create what it is that you want for yourself long term, whether that's financial wealth or a sense of relationships or family going long term, because that's also the 10 of Pentacles, a little bit of the happy family, happy home type of energy, creating more wealth than you need for yourself or even for your children. It's kind of the sense of generational wealth, being able to create that, knowing that you have the confidence to do this, the creative abilities, whatever it is that you may have felt was an obstacle before, those obstacles are being cleared out. I also want to point out that 2025 is a 9 year. So 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 5 equals 9. 9 years are where we're cleaning up. And because you have this energy, and I got that bulldozer message, right? It's kind of like, I feel like you're cleaning out any of the old negative mindsets, behaviors, energies that you still have left over from Capricorn, because it's like, okay, I have to clear that out so that I can get a clean, clear path towards my future. It's a little bit like, you know, if you're cleaning out your closet, you can't go into a very stuffed up closet with a lot of clutter in it and clean it. the best way to do it is to just pull everything out and only put back the things that you really want or need or bring you joy, right? This is that energy of really saying, okay, this is a fresh start. What do I want to allow myself to take forward with me? Because next year, 2026, is a 1 year. So this, as a 9-year, is a year of clearing out so that you can really plant the seeds of what you are inspired this year. Those seeds, it's kind of like you're being inspired this year of what it is that you want for yourself long term. What is your destiny? You're getting that inspiration this year, starting to plant those seeds, and then really going full force next year. Okay, so let's take a look at, this is really January, February, and March, the first quarter. You have a regeneration in the loving woman. See, once again, this energy of a phoenix arising from the ashes. You're tapping back into your Empress energy. What is it that you would like to create as you move forward? As finally the energies have shifted, what would you like to create? And taking a look at any I'm going to say mostly mindsets that are holding you back, because the Five of Wands is sometimes those mindsets, those games we play with ourselves, right, that hold us back. Now, I'm not going to say that those did not come from experiences in your past, right, from your childhood or from other experiences that you have had. This is the energy of feeling like you have to compete in the world, compete for love, compete for money, compete to create what it is that you want to create, right? And it's kind of like allowing yourself to say, I'm no longer going to compete. I know my worth. And I'm not going to be put in situations where I feel like I have to prove my worth to other people. If the Queen of Wands doesn't prove anything to anybody, she knows who she is. And if people don't want to be around her, they don't appreciate her, right? She's fine. She just walks away because she knows that she's so magnetic that she's going to attract in people that do want to be with her, whether that's in a romantic relationship or a business situation, or as a neighbor, or whatever it is that you're trying to create in your life. It's kind of like, for some of you, I would suggest that you take an illustration of the Queen of Wands, right? See how she's standing there holding up that light. She knows her light. She's shining it brightly. She's not hiding it at all from anybody else. She's not dimming it because somebody around her doesn't like the way she's showing up. She's a little flamboyant, right? Extremely confident, not necessarily egotistical or arrogant, but she is confident in herself and she stands her ground. You see how she is planted there. She's very grounded. She knows who she is, and she's not going to allow herself to be in situations where she feels like she has to compete for love, compete for being acknowledged at work, compete for, even like promotions and stuff like that. It doesn't mean that you're not putting your name in the hat, but it's also kind of like, I'm not going to overgive in this situation in order to win somebody's approval. Yes. My goodness. And then you have the King of Swords. This is your energy, getting the clarity, right, about what it is that you want to create. I feel like, you have the Tower here. So I feel like sometime between now and probably Aries season, there's a little bit of clarity. Something is occurring, okay? And the Tower it can be that epiphany. Somebody, your boss says something to you, or a romantic partner says something to you, and finally you get the clarity. They don't think I'm worthy of them, the situation, whatever it is, right? Or you're understanding, this isn't where I want to put my time and energy. There's something that's coming through, and this Tower is helping to clear away the obstacles so that you can step into this energy of clearly seeing, and you have 9 of Cups, what it is that your heart really and truly is wishing and dreaming for. No longer allowing yourself You almost have this energy right here. And I think you're quickly moving out of it. This is the end of the Capricorn energy of I have to be the hardest worker at work, right? I have to be everything and everything to everyone, right? And this is the energy of, wait a minute, it's time for me. Well, Queen of Wands doesn't overgive her energy or time to anybody else. She saves it for herself because she wants to enjoy life. She wants to go on adventures. She wants to experience those things that are near and dear to her heart. And that's what I think you're doing. I think you're taking back your power. You're empowering yourself and no longer finding your identity in what you do for others, but instead allowing yourself to define who you are because you're living the life that you really and truly want to live. Queen of Wands lives the life she wants to live. No excuses. No excuses. Very much Maggie Smith, right? All right, so let's take a look at April, May, and June. Yes, I feel like there's some tower that's coming in. I feel like you're finding somebody has a mask. Somebody may be, there's a little bit of breadcrumbing energy here. I feel like there's this situation in your life, whether it's a relationship or at work or some other situation in your life where somebody is kind of like not allowing themselves to share how they really feel about you or about the situation. And there's like this crack. That's what this tower is. It's kind of like this crack. I think you're hoping that this person or situation is going to see the light. It's very much that energy. You think they're going to see the light, especially if you keep giving to this situation. But something is occurring. It's helping you to let go. It's almost the energy of understanding that this person has expectations of you that you can't meet, and maybe you even have expectations of the situation that they can't meet for you. Okay, so this would be kind of like you're dating somebody for a long time, right? And it's kind of like expecting this is going to be a committed relationship. You're going to get engaged or married, or you're going to whatever, to the next level, right? But you've been in it a long time. You're giving, you're thinking, okay, this is going long term. But the other person is kind of dragging their feet, right? This could be even at work. You're wanting a promotion, right? And your boss keeps giving you breadcrumbs to keep you in it, right? But your boss has no thinking as far as really promoting you, okay? So there is this energy of understanding that the expectations are false, okay? Or I should say, what you're hoping will be the outcome is false. You're expecting something different than what this person is expecting as the outcome. And therefore, it's kind of like, okay, it's time to close that door. I'm no longer going to put time and energy into that. So interesting, because I was talking to someone that I was doing a personal reading for the other day, and she had been in a relationship for a long time, but she didn't know exactly where the relationship was, but she was like, wow, there's just, this sense of intimacy. So I'm assuming, right? I'm assuming it's going in the direction that I wanted to go in. And then she finally had the courage to ask, is this really, are we going to get married? And the person came back and said, no, I'm really not, we're not going to get married. And as difficult as that situation was, she said it really gave her a sense of relief. It was kind of like, okay, now I know where I stand. And I feel like that's how you're going through something before, somewhere in the first 6 months where, and it could be more than one situation, Aquarius, where you're seeing clearly this person doesn't have the same outcome in mind that you have, right? And yeah, I feel like it could be during Aries season. this person is communicating with you because we have the Emperor here. We have, the Empress here, right? So it's kind of like, and then we have the Lovers underneath. There's a sense of some type of communication that comes in that clears out the confusion. You have the Seven of Cups. I'm confused. I don't know where we stand, right? And it could be a friend. It could be a family member. It doesn't have to be romantic. But Archangel Michael is here, the Temperance energy of saying, it's time for you to go your own way. And I think you had been contemplating this for some time. I don't think you've been very happy, but there's a sense of codependency, a difficulty in detaching from this situation. And finally, Archangel Michael's coming in and saying, this Aquarius is not in alignment with this beautiful energy. You clear that out, and then new opportunities come in. And that's exactly what we have in, let's see, this was April, May, June, July, August, and September. We have the Libra energy of justice, and we have commitment. After a long time of feeling like maybe you weren't ever going to get the commitment that you want, whether it's in a relationship or a business situation, or just to have that sense of a soul family that has your back, right? It's kind of like, finally, things are turning in your favor. But those people, those situations can't come in until something else is cleared out. It's time to get in the bulldozer and start taking out people and situations that are not committed to you. It's about finding balance in your relationships and situations where there is balance. You're not the one that's overgiving and not receiving enough. And that's what Archangel Michael is coming in. Look at this. You have the Queen of Wands again. Queen of Wands and the Four of Swords. Doing this deep healing, no longer Five of Swords now. See, this energy of I'm not enough. I have to fight for everything that I get, right? Very Capricornian energy. I have to fight for it. It's not going to come to me easily, right? And therefore, it's kind of like you may feel like you're in this energy where you're more of a warrior. Well, the Queen of Wands doesn't fight for anything. She's very much like the Empress. She knows she's going to magnetize because she knows her worth. And I think that this is you recommitting to yourself, recommitting to people that bring an equal energy to the relationship or situation. That's a beautiful energy. This is where we want to be. This is the energy we want to be. So I feel like the first 6 months, what you're doing is plowing out, allowing yourself to walk away from people and situations that really aren't balanced, right? You know those people. You spend a little time around them and you come out drained, right? For one reason or another. This is a person that always wants from you, but when you call them and ask them for a favor, right? That they're not available, right? This is the energy of I'm not allowing myself to give away my time, my energy, my resources, my love. Instead, I'm standing back in my power and saying, if you want to be a part of my life, right, then you also have to be able to have this energy of give and take, right? All right, so let's take a look at October, November, and December. This really goes into January of 2026. Yeah, you have professional assistance here. You also have the Six of Swords, a very much your energy of moving on. But I feel like you're allowing yourself to get some help, some guidance. So the professional assistance can be a coach, it can be a counselor or a therapist, it can be a financial advisor, a business coach, whatever it is. It's kind of like allowing yourself to move from the difficulties of the past. This is a beautiful energy of mending your own heart, of mending the part of you, I'm going to say even your inner child, mending that part of you that kind of has had to be put on the shelf for a while because you have been dealing with so many difficult things. You have the Ten of Swords on the bottom, right? So it's allowing yourself to get back into a very playful energy. Much again, the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is the most playful, okay? Flirty and playful. That is the energy that you have for this year. Allowing yourself to really listen to your own intuition, be very discerning of who you are allowing into your energy field, right? Whether that's in your personal life or in your professional life. It's allowing yourself to make decisions. How is this person or situation making me feel? Is there a lack of balance, right, in the energy between you and this person? And if there's something that you can do about it, great. But if there isn't, you're also saying, I'm ready for other options, and putting it out to the universe that way, right? I'm looking for other options. So let's see. Yeah, you have the Death card. This is, I feel like there is a difficult relationship that you are putting down finally. I think you are allowing yourself to say, I am no longer allowing myself to stay or allow this person to play with your emotions, even if they're not in your life anymore. It's kind of like, I feel like with that Devil card, it's almost like emotional sabotage, right? And it could be somebody that keeps trying to come in and out of your life. You know, they come in, there's something they want, and then they go out, like a little bit of a Knight of Wands. But this is you saying, no, I'm allowing myself to put that type of energy in the past. Because you have that energy of codependency. There could be something, this person comes in and it gives you some type of sense of worthiness, okay? But it's a fleeting, it's fake, it's not real. They may make you feel good about yourself for one reason or another, right? It's kind of like, you could have a tyrant, because you have the Emperor here. You could have a tyrant for a boss, but then occasionally, right, that person will say to you, oh, good job, Aquarius. You did a really good job on that. And then you're like, oh, okay. Oh, yeah, I'll work even harder now, right? Understanding that's toxic, right? It's kind of like, no. I mean, it's not like your boss has to come around and tell you that you do a great job every day, but you do want to have that energy of being recognized and appreciated by the people in your life. And that's what you're stepping into, an energy of, I'm walking away from that mindset that I have to overgive in situations or my relationships in order to be loved. This is the sense. The Queen of Wands has unconditional love for herself, right? And this is the energy. You are finding unconditional love in yourself. You're protecting your unconditional love for yourself. And because you're standing strong in that, shining your light brightly, you are going to be attracting in new people and situations that unconditionally love you, because there's the Ace of Cups. See, the new love is coming in. So I feel like you really are clearing out any especially emotional baggage. I'm going to put it that way. Emotional baggage. This is not new, something that's happening, right? I really feel like it is, because you have this card at the very beginning. This is you clearing out any of the cobwebs of a difficult situation that you've gone through, so that you can plant new seeds towards the end of this year and really nurture them next year. All right, very nice. Okay, so let's pull a soul truth card for you, Aquarius. This is an exciting year for you. I really am excited for you. And I do personal readings. So if you're interested, the link is in the description box below. I do have a 2025 reading or a solar year reading for you. So if this resonated, you may want to check that out. I'd really be honored to do a reading for you. All right, do I know all my strengths and am I using them? Queen of Wands again. Queen of Wands knows who she is. She knows all of her strengths and she uses them. And she doesn't allow other people to convince her that her strengths aren't really strengths. She knows herself well enough. And that's what I think you're doing this year. you're reconnecting to who you are, right? You're allowing yourself to get really grounded and good with who you are so that you are opening doors towards your new destiny. Love it. Absolutely love it. All right, I'm leaving it there. I wish you so much love and joy, and I hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now.